Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
we're making half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. Oh my goodness. I really do apologize, everyone. And for those that are here bearing with me, thank you. It's just that don't quit your day job is really a thing, and a you know what. But here we are. We got South Korea versus Iraq, and it's been 10 minutes into this match. And right now, I don't even know what the lineup is for Korea right now. But here's the goalkeeper. Got goalkeeper Jo Hyun-woo, Kwon Kyo-won, Jo Yoon-min, Lee Tae-sok, So Young-woo, Lee Jae-sung, Park Young-woo, Hwang In-bom, Oh Se-hyun, Hwang Hee-chan, and Lee Gang-in. Son Heung-min is not playing right now. He is not on this roster, which I'm perfectly okay with because he is just burned out from the Premier League. But let's hope that we do this. And last time that we did do this, last time I did this game was, it was a long time. It was also Iraq. The thing was, I guess they didn't like the fact that I was doing the FIFA game, but I'm giving it another shot. Yeah, I got the CS, I got the little warning thing. I got it removed, but now I'm just hoping that they don't flag me again. And if they do, I may never do a World Cup game coverage ever again. I think they even go as far as you're not even allowed to do play-by-play. So that's another scary thing. But I guess we'll find out. And just to warn to you all that I will also be deleting this stream as well. After this game, I will delete the stream immediately. And now we're at 12 minutes into the match. Nothing has really been going on right now. And I guess the consensus is if South Korea either draws or wins, they will advance to the 2026 World Cup. And let me see where South Korea is standing right now. And I got to follow all the Twitter updates just to see what in the world is going on. And now nothing is really much going on. Iraq, there might be on the attacking end, and South Korea able to kick it, and now it's going up to the left wing. South Korea in their red jerseys and Iraq in their white jerseys, and Korea seems to have possession, and that just goes out of bounds, and now it's going to go to Iraq's side. Iraq is now in 12 minutes in of play, and now it's going to be a throw in. And we've got, now it's going to be a reset. It's going to go to the goalkeeper, Jo Hyun-woo, who was actually the star of the 2018 FIFA World Cup. And William Cook, how's it going? And, oh, yes, William, I should probably double check and see if I got that $50 that you did donate to me. And if I didn't, I won't push you to, I haven't really gotten anything. I've gotten no notification on that, which is pretty disappointing because I really thought I got it. And Jo Hyun-woo still waiting to find the open man. And as you can see that I am just not used to Korean soccer or just soccer matches at all. So it's definitely going to be a bear with me situation. And he kicks it back. It's going to be reset. And that's going to go all the way across the midfield. And it's going to be header. And that goes out of bounds. But yeah, no seems to be some kind of Twitter updates going on the Korean media side as of now. No one's saying anything. I wonder if Joel Kim has got anything, as he is one of the most prominent followers, one of the most prominent media followers of South Korea. Yeah, Son Heung-min has been rested for today's game. He will likely be playing against Kuwait, but if Korea qualifies, then I don't think it will be necessary. They charged me, so you'll get it if I go on, or I'll go on a warpath. Yeah, make sure that hell breaks loose. And I got some viewers too, so also the goal of this channel is to get me to $50. If you can do that, that would just be fantastic. And as you can tell in the background, that's the Korean War veteran statue in Washington, D.C. And now we've got a little bit of a breakaway. Nope, not at all. And now it's going to go all the way back. And that is going to be, Iraq has now the ball at the top almost. They're now going back to the field. Now they're going back on their own territory. And it's 15 minutes into this match, and it looks like we got a flag. I think it's going to be an offsides call, and I think that's going to be Korea's possession. We'll try it again, won't you, William? Why don't you try testing like $1 just to see if I get it this time? Let's just see what happens. As we are in the Asian qualifiers of South Korea. Lee Gang-in says he is open to Napoli. He has been given... No, I just say in PSG if I were you. Nothing goes well in Italy when you're in Korea because Italy hates Koreans. They hate the Korean national team because of the 2002 World Cup. But yeah, I am taking a massive risk on my channel. I really should not be doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. But we'll see. And looking at standings, South Korea is in the lead, and I do believe that if they do tie or they do win, it's like a win and you're in, or a tie and you're in. And I think Korea is honestly just playing for the tie, which I would go for the kill and try to get the win. Try to put the offense at your most creative possible. As of now, Korea is, I guess they are more in the favorite to win. No, they're more favorite to tie. Oh, I got $10. Yes, I got that one. Yeah, it worked today, but for yesterday it didn't. And thank you very much, William, for the $10. But yeah, do warn, I am going to delete this stream right after this match, because I just don't want to take any chances with YouTube, and I don't want them to kick my butt. Because here was the thing. So what happened was, it was either I was using some clips from FIFA, or it's also possible that not only was I possibly using clips from FIFA, which it did happen, but they were like a few seconds intervals, and as you can tell, I deleted all those clips. But it could also, very small chance possible, and I do see the $10. Thank you, Mr. William. Thank you very much. But it's also possible that they don't like me doing the live streaming for the game in general. But I did see other people doing it, but I don't know. I guess we're going to find out and see if I'm allowed to do this or not. I guess we'll find out. As long as I don't know. We'll find out. Now, here's the big kick, and that is going to be a heading. Nope. As Iraq actually had the free kick. And now Iraq gets the ball back, but that goes out of bounds, and Korea will have a throw-in from their own territory. I mean, 10 bones, that's good. I'll more than take it. I guess they don't like the views to be exactly any good. I guess we'll find out if I get... But the thing was, it did take like 3 months for them to copyright strike me. And let's hope that just doesn't happen again. I would hate it if that happened, because I do have goals. Like, I do want to cover the World Cup, and now that's going to be a goal kick by Jo Hyun-woo. And that's going to go to the offensive side. And Korea gets it to the right wing, and I think you should try to keep it going as far as you can. And Iraq is heavily defending. And now Korea is... Now they're on the right side, and now maybe there should be a crossing effort. I don't know. Nope, and they lose the ball. And Iraq is now going to have the ball in possession. And that's going to be deflected off, and that's going to be Iraq throw in. I have a feeling I'm going to get the copyright strike. If I do, then that's going to be the end of me doing a South Korea game. And I do have the South Korean jersey, as you can see. I guess they really don't like it. And that's going to be out of bounds. Off of Korea. It's going to be Iraq ball for the throw-in. And here's the throw-in. And that's going to be a nice blooping kick. And now they have a really good chance for a shot. Here's the shot, and that is going to be over the goal. And that's going to be a goal kick. We're at 20 minutes in, and it's still 0-0. Gotta speak in that soccer language. And now we got Korea. They got the ball. It was a goal kick, but was probably heavily deflected. And now it's going to go all the way back. And looks like both teams are kind of on the more passive defensive. But if Iraq, they got to attack as well if they want to keep their World Cup hopes alive. As Iraq, they still have a chance to be in this. Like, if they win and South Korea loses, then that really puts them in that puts everyone in a very interesting spot. And now it looks like we got a potential injury, probably more like a flop job because I can't. Oh, and it's going to be a yellow card given to number 8 for Korea. Very, very confusing of what happened. I wonder who number 8 is for Korea. That is Park Young-woo. I wonder who Park Young-woo is. Be very curious to know who that is. As he had an elbow to the head. But the guy literally just flopped. Like, what's with all these flops? These flops are just out of control. They just got to stop it. Park Young-woo is 31 years old. Wonder why they have someone like him. He was known to play against Peru and El Salvador on June of 2023, and yet Hong Myeon-bo went with him out of all players? Like, what about all the young players? What about them? But of course, they play with this whole seniority poo-poo. And the striker is Oh Se-hoon. And this other new guy, Oh Hyung-gu, he's in Belgium, but he's not even playing. He's on the bench because they left all their young players in there. Not really impressed with this lineup. There's Hwang In-bum, who plays in the Netherlands. Hwang Hee-chan, one of the best players on Korea, especially their striker. Hwang Hee-chan's been known to score the game-winning goal, and this clock is just going and going. And that's going to be a free kick for Korea. And that's going to be a kick back. And that's going to be a big kick by the goalkeeper. And Korea's having a... Oh, and Korea gets hit, and there's going to be a foul, and it's going to go the other way. And I think that should be more warranted as a yellow card, unless everyone does their flop jobs. Yep, and that's going to be a yellow card for Iraq, so I would consider that a makeup call. And the Iraq player, he's just trying to, like, sweeten them up. Oh, looks like that was a kick to the face. Oh, they're trying to... There's a VAR seeing if there's a possible red card. And as it looks like he was kicked to the face, and that really does hurt. I don't think he was a flopping on that one. So it looks like there's a chance for a red card to give Korea an advantage. And if Iraq gets the red card, then they should definitely take the advantage. Oh, yep, it's going to be... I think it's going to be a red card. Or are they waving it off? Yep, that's going to be a red card for Iraq. So now Iraq is now a man down already with 25 minutes in, halfway done with the half. So advantage to Korea. They now have the advantage. This is their permanent power play for the rest. Yep, he got kicked in the face right there. Hey, Josh, how's it going? It's got a kind of a unique situation, right? Soccer. Josh, do you know anything about the 2002 World Cup where Korea allegedly had the refs help them? Ooh, that kick to the face hurts. If those were metal spikes, eek. And now it's going to be a free kick for Korea. Now here's a chance for Korea, and they're getting into the attacking side, and they really do have a good chance, especially with that red card. And there is, and then they lose the ball. And now it's, oh, this is a really good chance for Korea. Big slide, and Iraq kicks it out, and that is going to be Korea ball. And now they have a really big advantage. And they're kicking all the way back. Looks like they might have a chance, but no one's really moving much, especially with that formation, the Hongmyeon-bol formation, which I don't like at all. And I think this is Hwang Hee-chan, and he's going to try to cross, but he's being heavily defended. He's got the opening, and he's going to, and they lose the ball again, but it might just go out of bounds. Nope, it's not. I think it did go out of bounds. It should have, but it goes back to Korea anyway. And now he's going for the cross, and they lose the ball again. And now Iraq is now in possession. I wonder how Korea is going to be able to just get this ball back, because they are definitely attacking. And that's going to be a header. And Iraq pushes them down. I wonder if that's going to be called a foul, but that is not going to be. Ref is playing play on. And that goes out of bounds, and now it's Korea ball. Joel Kim says, 15 minutes of the game, Iraq playing more fluidly and cohesively. Korea struggling to connect passes. I agree. But Korea has the talent advantage, but it may not matter for this game if Korea just cannot get it together. If they lose this game, they'll be in a much more difficult situation. So they at least have to tie. Because I think if they do tie, they will make it to the World Cup. And they've been making it consecutively since 1986 when the World Cup was in Mexico. Yeah, and the thing about this live streaming, I have to be like extra careful. Like I don't know. Adrian Gonzalez, how are you doing? AT, what do you mean? It's over. Iraq, I have the high. Man, why are you being all this Star Wars dorkiness? I mean, I'm dork, but you're taking dork to a whole new level. And just be warned, I will delete this live stream right after the game, because I just don't want to get any kind of I think you have the idea. I'm willing to sacrifice any kind of view revenue. I mean, it's just so be it. Right now, I guess YouTube is saying they have the high ground. I'm saying you underestimate my power. Or I'm saying you underestimate my power, and YouTube is like, don't try it. Yeah, I've used absolutely no clips. I didn't even use any of the national anthems either. And that's going to be out of bounds. And I think that's going to be a corner kick for Korea. But donations will still be appreciated. I already got $10. Magic number is 40 to get to 50. And that's going to be corner kick for Korea. And now here's going to be the small kick for Korea. And it's going to go back to reset. Now here's the cross. And there's a goal. And I think that is, out of bounds. I thought that was going to go in. Hwang Hee-chan had the attempt, but it did not go. And now that is going to be a goal kick. And they had a really good chance on that one. And it was a cross. And Hwang Hee-chan had the shot, but it just did not go in. He just completely misfired. Just cannot believe what I saw. But yeah, I'm very curious how FIFA is going to react. I'm thinking about just deleting it or just do some kind of like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm taking a chance. Korea has had 2 shots while Iraq has only had 1. And Korea, they got the ball back, and it's going to go close to the midfield, has gone beyond the midfield. And Korea's just trying to they're struggling just to get possession. And that's going to be out of bounds. And looks like that could be a foul called. And there was a push, and that was on Lee Gang-in. That's who the foul is. Yeah, YouTube does suck. And it's not really just of YouTube, it's really just FIFA. Yeah, Lee Gang-in was struggling, and then he pushed the guy down. And that will be possession Korea. This reminds me of Austin FC. I saw that one person, except it was freezing cold. Idiot showed up with shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah. Isn't that great? There's going to be the kick, and that's going to go to Korea. And now they're going to accelerate. They have the ball, and they may have the advantage, but Iraq is just heavily back on defense. The only edge that Korea has on Iraq at this point is talent, but the flow of the game is just terrible. And I think I'm going to say this, like, even if Korea qualifies, I think Hong Myung-bo should be fired. Like, and that's gonna be offsides, and that's gonna be free kick Korea. As this game is in Iraq, by the way. Yeah, Korea is really bad. It's really embarrassing to watch. Like, this is just unwatchable. Like, it really just is. Like, Korea's been given an opportunity with a red card being given for them. But they are abusing every bit of opportunity they can. And now here's going to be the big goal kick. And that's going to be headed by Korea. And Iraq still has the ball. Still maintaining good possession. And I think it seems like it's only a matter of time that they might just score with the way this game is going. But Korea does clear it, and they get the ball back. And they just kick it all the way out. A little bit of tussling going on. But Korea has the advantage, and they're going to keep going up to the field. He only has one person with him, and he's still going. But Iraq is heavily catching up, and I think that's going to be a foul. And now that's going to be free kick for Korea. Now Korea has a chance to capitalize. I mean, they got to score, like, now. That's all I'm going to say. The red card was a kick to the face. Oh, you're from Iraq. And I see that you have a Saddam Hussein picture. I've heard some very mixed reviews about him. I remember back in the old days, back in like 2003, yeah, he was the evil bad guy. But then, and I guess 20 years later, you see more conflicting comments about Saddam Hussein. I don't think I can really say it much on YouTube, though, because I don't want to get too much into politics. But I'll still be curious to hear your opinions on him. And he is from Twitch, by the way. And do you live in Iraq still? Be curious to hear that. And now we're going for the free kick. And this is Lee Gang-in who's going to go for that free kick. Maybe just go for the kill. And now here's Lee Gang-in with the free kick. Now here's header. And it hits the post. It hits the post. And Korea failed to capitalize on the free kick. They tried to head it in, and he doesn't get it. This is just really embarrassing. Like, they had a really good shot, and I think that heading effort, that was a beautiful free kick by Lee Gang-in. It was a header, and that was off the crossbar. Yep, that was off the crossbar, yep. I wonder who was the one responsible for that miss. He really had the chance, and it doesn't go in. Hits the crossbar. And that's going to be and I think Korea does get the ball back. No, I think it's a throw in. I just can't believe what happened. Oh, they're checking for a penalty. I wonder what this is going to happen. Wow. Wonder what they're checking it for. Is it a potential, like, handball or something, or some kind of foul? And now Iraq is just in absolute disbelief on why there's a VAR going on. Now I'm curious what this is really all about. And there is no penalty. No penalty will be given for. It looks like there was some kind of foul, but it looks like there just wasn't enough evidence. He just crashed into him looking for a penalty. And he was outside the free kick anyway. But I wonder, do they get a free kick from the top anyway? I mean, well, maybe there is a chance. But nope, there's nothing. But Korea does get the ball back, and now they have possession and the advantage again. And he falls down, and he loses the ball. But that's going to be out of bounds and possession Korea again. Atlanta and Arizona, top of the ninth. Oh, baseball scores. Josh, do me a favor. Do some Asian qualifier scoreboards, too. North Korea is also playing against Kyrgyzstan. And Son Heung-min's not playing. He is not playing today. They're giving him the rest. Maybe they should have played him just to guarantee to make the World Cup and then bench him for the Kuwait match. So maybe this was the match to actually play Son. Or maybe they'll have him come off the bench. PSG player, Lee Gang-in. Kim SMTG. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Not everyone. Korea doesn't really get much attention with their names anyway. They only get the attention for their Korean food and also political issues. By the way, I'm Korean, so that's why this game matters to me. Kim In-jae, I think he meant. And now here's a big pass, and here's going to be the header, and Korea has a clear shot. They did, and now here is the shot, and that's going to be saved by the goalkeeper. You are from India. Getting a lot of unique different audiences. I have people from United States. I have people from India. You're Indian. I believe you live in Phoenix, it looks like. And now I also got someone from Iraq also watching this game, or at least watching my feed. And that's going to be going out. And that's going to be a throw-in for Korea. Oh, you live in India right now. I see. And do you watch a lot of football? And fun fact, did you know that Son Heung-min's very first goal of his international career was actually against India in the Asian Cup? And I actually did watch that game. I actually woke up in the morning for that. It looks like Korea may have attacking advantage. No, they don't. They lost the ball, and now Iraq has the possession, and they have control of the ball. And they're going for the shot, and Cho Hyun will make the save. Yeah, Son Heung-min, his very first goal of his international career was against India. Believe it or not, it was 3-1 Korea, and when he scored it, that made it 4-1. And Korea should have scored a lot more goals the way that game went. That should have been a 5-0, 6-0 game. And I've been following Korea since 2006. And now here's a crossing opportunity, and that's going to be a corner kick for Korea. Qatar versus Iran is now 0-0. But I think Iran may have already made the World Cup. Let's see which teams have already made the World Cup. Let's look at the standings. Doesn't necessarily say. I think Japan has already made it. It looks like there could be an offsides review. Korea has the most World Cup appearances in their history, in Asian football history. The qualified teams are now Iran, Japan, and Uzbekistan, believe it or not. And Korea has the ball now. They are now in their midfield on the back of that midfield. And they're going to reset. New Zealand is also notable to make the World Cup, along with Argentina, who's also secured their spot. Be very interesting to see how Uzbekistan does in the World Cup. Looks like Australia is beating Japan, but Japan already made the World Cup. So right now, Australia is now fighting for their World Cup lives. But it looks like Australia has a really good shot. Anyway, now here's Korea, and here, oh, no cross. And I think that's going to be a goal kick as Hwang Hee-chan was trying to make something happen. Hwang Hee-chan is known for scoring the game-winning goal, the match-winning goal against Portugal in the 2022 World Cup. There was almost a case for a penalty, but it's not going to happen because it was all ball. Maybe Hwang Hee-chan should have just flopped on that one. Notable teams that did not make it to the World Cup. China was not even close. Bahrain, Indonesia, I don't know if they're not gonna make it. Kuwait's pretty much gone. But I think Son Heung-min should come in as a sub. That's just me. Oman and Jordan is defeating Oman, so I think. Wait, let me see the standings because Jordan is also in the same standings as South Korea. It's not going to help much at all. Oh, yeah, so Jordan doesn't really matter because it's really about preventing Iraq. So yeah, if Korea at least draws, then South Korea is in. Yeah, they draw because that means Iraq will not be able to advance immediately. I heard though there are some other opportunities to make the World Cup, including playoffs and play-ins, especially with this expanded amount of teams. HLO, what are you talking about? Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, if I'm correct. I mean, you would think that Saudi Arabia is also going to make the World Cup. But they're also in trouble. They got drawn into a tough group. When you put yourself in Japan and Australia, it's a really tough group. Also, North Korea, they have absolutely no chance to make a World Cup. They're already pretty much dead. Like, they have pretty much lost all their last 5 matches. North Korea has completely just been an embarrassment on themselves. They've also been known to mishandle some of their superstars as well, along with Chung Tae-se and one of their other obscure players who was born in Pyongyang. He was supposed to be with the Juventus, but then some immigration and contract issues caused it to not happen. And now it's going to be a very slow-paced game. I think Korea is just going to run this clock until the second half. But Korea actually has an opportunity. They have the crossing chance. And here's the cross. And that's going to be deflected by Iraq. And let's go back all the way back to the midfield. And Korea is going to have to reset. Now I'm curious what the halftime is going to, wonder what the stoppage time is going to be. And once we get to stoppage time, I think I will show off. I don't know. Maybe I'll show off one of my Retro Bowl games. And that's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a 5-minute stoppage time. Yep, the Pacers and Thunder play tonight, but however, I will not be there for the NBA Finals due to don't quit your day job. Five minutes, and now looks like both teams are probably just going to let it fly. And now Iraq, and that's going to be free kick. I think there's going to be a card, and it's going to be a yellow card. And that's going to go to number 3. And number 3, whatever his name is, it's Itae-sok. Itae-sok plays for the Pohang Steelers. He's only 22 years old, so at least they're using some kind of fresh legs. Kim Min-jae is actually not on this lineup. And now it's going to be a free kick. Now let's see what they can do. For Iraq, they have a chance to at least get some kind of a score. And now here's the big kick, and that looks really good for... Nope, and that's not going to go anywhere. But if I were Korea, just kick the dang thing out. There you go. And now it looks like Korea is now racing the ball. And it's now going into the attacking side. And Korea loses it once again. So, yeah, I think if Korea ties, they will be in for the World Cup. They just need one more. They just need the tie. And they will make it. Korea leads the seeding at 17 points. But if Korea does not win, then they will, if Jordan wins, which is very likely they will, and if Korea ties, Jordan's going to have the lead for the seedings. But as long as you make it to the World Cup, the seedings really shouldn't matter. And now we're looking at throw-in. As we got 3 minutes or 2 minutes left on this half. And it's going to be a header. And now it looks like we got a big kick going on. And looks like Korea has a really good opportunity. He's got one man with him. And looks like he's going to try to cross. And now here's the cross. And that gets deflected by Iraq. But they still have a chance. Maybe go for a volley kick. And now he's going for the big kick. And here it is. And it hits the bar again. It hits the bar. And now that goes out of bounds. They had a really good opportunity. I think that was Igangin that was going for the kill. We're looking at it. I think that was Igangin. He was going for it. It was a beautiful shot. But it hit off the crossbar again. Again, it happened. And that's going to be 49. Oh, so it actually went through. So this is your $50. That's what it is. Well, I got my $50. So now it's $60. Now I have a new goal. Get me to 100, baby. Thank you, Mr. William. So maybe get your refund from your other $50. And I think that's a new record. And now Korea, they probably have less than 1 minute to get this done. Now I wonder if I delete this show, like, do I lose the $50? That would be pretty sad if I did. If I delete my live stream, do I lose the donations? And now here's going to be, they still have a chance. Korea's actually trying to score to end the half. And now there's going for the big kick, and here it is, and it's blocked by the goalkeeper. So you got your money back. That's good. Yeah, that was a great save by Iraq. So deleting the live stream on platforms like YouTube and Twitch will not be a loss. Okay, I can live with that. I do have a Patreon. If anyone would like to join my Patreon, it's $5 a month. Basically, it's my YouTube membership, but you'll get a little bit more. It'll be a little bit more dynamic and no ads as well. So if you want to follow my channel, watch my videos with no ads, there you go. It's $5 a month. And I think the half has just ended. And yep, it is now halftime. Now I would stream my. Thank you, William. You got to go. That's good. I would stream my game. My FIFA game I was gonna do on my phone that I did last time. But I don't want to take my chances with FIFA. So, all right, now I'm gonna take I gotta eat something really, really quick. And you may deal with the fact that you just have to deal with Darth Vader. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
All right, I'm back. Just had some food. No one's really here. But yeah, World Cup would be a really fun opportunity. As long as I don't get hit. with the copyright shit. It's like that's a McDonald's commercial. Is that a Korean McDonald's? Oh my gosh, they're going with a Korean McDonald's commercial. You gotta love that. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Well, while this half is going on, I think I'm going to show footage of... There's a soccer game I play. It's called Retro Soccer, I think. I'm not really sure. But I think I'm going to play it. See if I can switch phones, too. They're going over the half right now. This will be part of my halftime show. All right, here it is. Going to play some soccer. And obviously, I'm going to put the do not disturb. So no one's disturbing me. All right, we're going to do this. I'm going to meet the team because I care about my team. I don't care about the stupid chairman. All right, let's do this. Oh, got a nice little opportunity. I think I have a better opportunity than what Korea has gotten. And I have a perfect crossing. Nope, going to go for the goal. Nope, doesn't happen. Had a really good shot, too. This is a really fun game, by the way. This is part of my halftime show. Just playing video games. Going for the small kick. And nothing happens. And he gets the ball. My team is Seattle. Nope. Braves lost? How disappointing. And I give up a goal to New England. And I give up another goal. And I hit off the post just like Korea did. And it's saved. This is bad. And I'm giving up another goal. It's 3-0. I lost 3-0. How pathetic. Yes, I'm criticizing everyone. Looks like they don't want me to have my goalkeeper anymore. Wonder if I have any goalkeepers. Oh, yeah, Leah's a bad one anyway. I wonder how I can bench this guy. I don't think it'll let me bench him at all. Trying to figure out how to change players. No, that doesn't work. All right, I'm just going to ask Google. What's this game even called anyway? It's not letting me do any kind of substitutions. But this guy's got to go. Screw it, I'll just sell him. He just sucks anyway. Oh, hit the bar. Oh, didn't score again. Goal kick. Oh, looks like the match is going to be back. Time to get it out of there. And let's finish this half with Korea hopefully making it to the World Cup, because not making it would be an absolute embarrassment, especially with all these Asian spots. Well, we're about to start the second half in Korea. Let's finish this, because this game will be over by around, I don't know, 1 o'clock. So let's get this done. And now it's going to be Korea starting with the ball. And Korea has really had good opportunities, but they've just been sloppy the entire game. And now we are looking at an opportunity for Korea. They have the ball, and it's going to be offsides. But I'm telling you, like, if Korea makes it to the World Cup, which they have a good shot of doing so by the end of this day, they cannot go into the next World Cup with Hong Myung-bo. They just cannot go into it with Hong Myung-bo. You cannot be serious considering Hong Myung-bo as your coach for the World Cup. Like, did you not forget? Like, did you guys all forget about what happened in 2014? The 2014 World Cup was an absolute embarrassment, and I don't want to get embarrassed on national stage in the United States of freaking America. No freaking thank you. And now he's going for it. And now Korea has the ball on the right. And they have a good opportunity. And this is a crossing opportunity. Not so much. Now you have to reset. I think that's Lee Gang-in. And he flips it. And now he's going here. And here it is. And that's going to be deflected. And that is going to be corner kick for South Korea. Iraq is playing very fluid football, as I must say. And obviously my viewers went down at the halftime because I was just eating some food because I was really, really hungry. And now here's Lee Gang-in with the corner kick. It looks like we got a substitution. Now here's this kick, and now that is going to be deflected. Not exactly a good kick by Lee Gang-in. It looks like we have a substitution. I would think you should probably take out Park Young-woo. Looks like there's no substitutions yet. Lee Tae-seok actually got a yellow card in the first half. And now we're at 47 minutes. Now there's an opportunity. Now here is the cross, and that's going to be deflected by Iraq, but they take it up the top. Like, at this point, like, maybe just try to take some shots, not try to... Like, this is what I don't like out of Hong Myung-bo. He's just not a good coach. He's an atrocious coach. And now here's Lee Gang-in. Gives it back to Lee Gang-in. And now here is number 13. He's going to take it back up to the top. And now Korea is just getting really just bottled up. And Korea still has the ball. And they have a really good shot. Like, it's just like, just go for a shot or something. Now going for the cross. And now here's a potential header. But deflected. And Korea, again, they still have a really good shot to win this match or to score a goal, which they can't do because Hong Myung-bo is terrible. He's garbage. And now it's going to start back. And now here is an opportunity. Nice clearing. I really need work on my play-by-play. And he's going to start it. But he's getting really just defended very well. And that's going to be a goal kick as Korea loses the ball again. Yep, it was clearly out of bounds. No doubt about that. Now Korea's taking it up the top. Nothing really much is going on right now. Korea is just Iraq is just playing complete survival mode. But if I were Iraq, they've got to be more aggressive, because if they are more aggressive, because if they want to make the World Cup, they have to win this match for any kind of a fighting chance. But if Korea ties, then they'll make it to the World Cup anyway. And that's going to be a kick. Now going to the Asian selection, looking at, and Korea actually does have the possession. They have a good shot, and that almost went right through it, but it won't happen. At least there's a fourth round opportunity. So this is for the third round. And now Korea actually has the ball, and they are going up to the wing, and they're taking it up the top. And now here's Lee Gang-in. I think that was Lee Gang-in. Oh, Korea almost loses the ball, but they're going to start off the top. So for the third round, it's going to be for the first 6 teams. And then fourth round, it's going to be for the last 2 teams. And now it's going to go to that. And it's going to be at the top. And here's Lee Gang-in, and he loses it again. And Iraq is now taking it out, but Korea still has possession. It looks like it's going to be a matter of, I mean, at this point, I would just put in Son Heung-min just to get a freaking win or to secure. Now here's a chance for Korea, and he loses the ball. They tried the flop job, but it wasn't selling it to the referee, and Iraq loses the ball again, and now it's going to be Korea ball. It looks like my viewers have gotten a little bit more quiet, and now it looks like Korea has a chance. And now here is a cross, and that is the chance. Nope. But Korea gets it back once again. And can they make the score? Here is another kick, and it goes right to the goalkeeper, and they're just going to do a big kick out there. Goal kick. Hong Myung-bo is just... Why is he even the coach? Like, this is embarrassing. He's an absolute embarrassment of a manager. Like, I really don't want him to be there anymore. He's just not worth it. He is worthless. Now, going back to Korea's last matches, they played 2 matches. They tied with Oman, and they tied with Jordan. Pretty embarrassing, if you ask me. They tied the freaking Oman out of all teams. And they tied with Palestine. They haven't won in quite a while. Looks like Jordan's game just ended, and I guess they got a victory? I don't know. Because, yeah, it looks like Jordan won. Now they're at 16 points, but if Korea ties, they will qualify for the World Cup. Now it looks like the game is going so badly that they just didn't want to. Nope. Now starting at the top, and Iraq is literally just parking the bus. Looks like they're just playing for the next round. Now here is the cross, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick. So Jordan had just won. And now it's going to be the corner. And now here is, nope, they're just going to do it a little softly. Now here is a cross. It's going to start from up top, but Korea is in danger of losing the ball again, as usual. And then going up to the top left. Iraq is really just parking the bus at this point. It looks like they're just playing for the tie. They'd rather just play for the next round, I guess. Now here is a big kick, and that is going to be deflected by Iraq. And once again, another corner kick, and Korea just keeps getting all of these opportunities. But they're just failing to rise to the occasion. Like, if they're having problems with Iraq, just wait until they play against teams in the World Cup. That's what I'm worried about. And we're going for that corner kick. And here it is. And now here's a chance. Nope, caught by the goalkeeper. It looks like we got an injury. That was the Iraq goalkeeper. He just bumped into him. And he tried to sell a flop, but it was just too obvious. If I were the referee, I would just give him the yellow card. Now here's a big kick, and that is going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be a goal kick for South Korea. Yeah, but after this match, I think you got to just let Hong Myung-bol go. He cannot be the coach going forward. Got to find a real coach like Park Hang-seo. And I know some of you, most of my audience, probably have no idea what I'm even talking about at this point. But there's no way Korea can play like this. There's just no way you can allow this to happen. It looks like there's still opportunities. Here's Lee Gang-in. Now now we're going for the kick. Nope. It's at the very end. Nope. Now it's a throw in. And starting at the top. Now here's a possible cross going to be, and now they have an opportunity, and now here is the one, here's the cross, and no one is there. No one in Korea was paying attention. This is just absolutely embarrassing. Like, they're just not finishing at all. Like, it doesn't even matter how their defense is because Iraq doesn't even have an offense anyway. But Korea cannot capitalize. It looks like we got a couple subs about to be coming on. And I wonder who they are. But there are going to be a couple subs. It's going to be Kim Jin-kyu. Kim Jin-kyu. He plays for K-League. Again, another K-League player. Like, what's with all these K-League players? They're not even good. And they're starting at the top. And Korea just kicked it too hard. It's going to cause a throw-in. Korea is just not on their game. Like, it's going to be a very unmemorable match. That's all I'm going to say. And we got two substitutions coming on. It's going to be Kim Jin-kyu. And it's going to be another player as well. And Hwang Hee-chan looks like he's coming off the field. It's going to be Moon So-min. It looks like I guess they're just settling for a tie because he's also another K-League player. Like, what's with all these 32-year-olds? Why are they still on this team? And they're not even good. I don't like this team. This is not even a young team. Like, I don't know. Kim Min-jae, he's not even playing. He didn't even travel with the team because of an injury. Like, Jo Hyun-woo had literally had nothing to do today. Like, where's Park Seung-ho? Where's Bae Jun-ho? Where's Oh Mi-jung? Where's Young Min-seok? Or Hyuk? Where's all these players that they have on their selections? They have plenty of players that they could use. Lee Sung-woo, give him a chance for striker, for God's sake. They're leaving out so many players. Like, I just don't understand. Now Korea has the possession once again, and I think this is just going to be a boring Korea always screwing up opportunities. Now here is a big shot, and that is saved by the goalkeeper, rebounded by Korea. Has a chance. Now here's a kick, and that's going to be saved by the goalkeeper. Now we're at 61 minutes. We got 30 minutes left in this match. Yep, it was a shot on target, all right. And then Korea tried it again, and then they missed it. That was an attempt by number 19. And number 19, or shall I say, that was Lee Kang. No, Lee Kang-in is, no, of course not. The fact that you only have Lee Kang-in as your only competent player on the team, and now you just pulled out Hwang Hee-chan and your striker right now. Yeah, they're nothing promising either. Not even using any of the good players. Oh Hyun-gu of Belgium. At least they're giving him a chance. Now here's a big cross. Now it's deflected. But Korea still has it. They still have a chance. And now here's a good chance for Korea. Here's the open shot. And he shoots and he scores! And Korea now takes the 1-0 lead. And if they hold on, they will for sure advance to the World Cup of 2026. That was a huge goal by Korea, and they finally break the slump. It is now 1-0. Korea 1, Iraq 0. That was a big shot, and I'm trying to figure out who that was. I'll try to refresh it just to see who it was. Yeah, ESPN's really slow about it, but that was a huge goal. He had a clear open shot, and he finally capitalized and made it in. And a huge goal. That was absolutely needed. Yep, it was right there and had a nice cross. It arguably went out of bounds. I wonder if there's going to be a VAR. Now, he had an open shot, and that just went in. Korea finally scores, and now they just cannot give up anything. Just got to keep attacking, and just look at that. That just went in, and that is absolutely what Korea needed. And the goal scorer was Kim Jin-kyu. Kim Jin-kyu of the Chongbuk Hyundai Motors. Famously, former Korean star Lee Dong-guk. He played on that team. I wonder if they're having a VAR review on that play. But they did score. And it looks like there is going to be no review. Kim Jin-gu. They finally made it. And now it's 1-0. Korea absolutely needed that badly. And now it's going to go back. It looks like Iraq is playing much more aggressively this time. But at this point, if Iraq cannot score at all, then Korea is probably guaranteed to make it to the World Cup. I just don't like the selections that they made. They left out a lot of foreign players. And now we are going. And now here's Korea with another cross. And this could be, now here's the header. And that is going to be saved. And that should be a corner kick for Korea. And now it's going to be corner kick, and I think it's going to be Lee Gang-in. He's going to try to get in it. Nope, he doesn't do it. Just as a nice little short pass. Gives it back to Lee Gang-in. And now here's a great opportunity for a cross. Here is the cross, and caught by the goalkeeper. And now 65 minutes in. That's exactly what they needed. Looks like Iraq is playing a little bit more up. But now Korea has the ball anyway, and they look like they're trying to attack again. I think they want to get another goal just to make sure that they guarantee their spot into the World Cup. And that way, Iraq cannot play catch-up at all. And now Korea is playing a little bit more of a slow-paced game. Kim Jin-gu, with his first goal for South Korea to give them the 1-0 lead. That's what it was. And Korea had a big shot and they missed it. It was almost a point blank shot. And that's going to be a goal kick. And Iraq had a chance and they missed the goal. Woo! But it sounds like with the way Iraq is playing, they might actually tie this match. It looks like Korea is showing some sportsmanship. They're trying to just make sure that Iraq player is okay. And he had a point-blank shot. Now I wonder who the goalkeeper is going to be. A lot of passionate Iraqi fans. And looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Iraq. Oh, boy. Guess we'll have to find out and see what happens. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick. I would have figured. Now, Korea is playing a little bit more of a slow pace. I think since they got this 1-0 victory, I think that might just be it. And as of now, if Korea, if they win this match, they will go into the next with being the top seed. I mean, you would think that they're going to finish the top seed anyway because that's what their caliber is for. After this, on June 10th, it's going to be South Korea versus Kuwait in South Korea. Then you got Jordan versus Iraq. And you got Palestine against Oman. I would think after this, South Korea is probably just going to... And plus, South Korea has a very significant... They have a slight... No, they actually don't have the... They don't have the advantage on goal differential. So theoretically, if Korea loses to Palestine or to Kuwait and Jordan beats Iraq, and then depending on situations, then Iraq and Jordan can take the first seed. It looks like Iraq and Oman are going to qualify for the 4th round. And now we're going all the way back. And we've got 20 minutes left in this match, plus stoppage time. Now here it is. Now Korea is taking it up to the top. And back to the center. And now Korea's taking it. They're at the top, and they're trying to find some kind of a breakaway. And now it's going to go to the right side, going back to the top. And Korea's kind of just feeling that they're stuck. And now here's a nice little cross and blocked by Iraq. And that's going to go most likely out of bounds. No, it won't go out of bounds. They're just going to keep playing on. Korea did score. I mean, it kind of helps when Iraq is down a man because they did perform a red card with a kick to the face. And now Korea, they now are having it back. They're just playing really slow pace at this point because they know they're pretty much in the World Cup. Like after this, like they should be qualifying. I mean, Jordan already won. And now, oh, it's going to the right side. Now there's a really good chance. And Korea just gets bottled by Iraq. And that's going to go out of bounds. And that is going to be Iraq ball. Got less than 20 minutes left in this match. And looks like we're going to have another substitute. Whoever is number 23 for Korea is going to take over. It's going to be Sejun Jun. Sejun Jun is going to be the man taking over. Wonder what his position is. And looks like the substitution is happening. Sejun Jun. Can't even find his name. But he has taken over. I mean, that's like all the substitutes that they can do anyway. Sejun Jun is the expected. Doesn't even say where he's from. Now I'm going to find out and get to the bottom of this. Can't find him. Looks like he's a brand new player, possibly. Looks like it's for goalkeeping. Is it? Did they just pull out a goalkeeper? Now I'm curious who they pulled out. Nope, nothing happened. And now Korea is going for the big cross. And that's deflected by Iraq, and it's going to be a corner kick. Three substitutions have been done for Korea. 1, 2, 3. It's actually 4 substitutions. And now Lee Gang-in, who's been playing the entire game, the entire match, and he has the opportunity. Now he's going for the kick, and here it is. And that's going to be headed away by Iraq, but Korea still has possession. It looks like they lose the ball, but no, they still say, nope, it's going to be out of bounds. Iraq now gets possession. Korea now has a 75% possession rate over Iraq. Got 24 minutes left in this match, plus the stoppage time. But now it is time for Korea to do the corner kick. It's going to be Lee Gang-in taking the kick again. Korea is about 24 minutes away from qualifying for the World Cup once again. And now they're starting it up from the top. And Korea has it still. And that's going to be out of bounds. And I think that's still going to be corner, I think. No, it's going to be a goal kick. If Korea makes it to the World Cup again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to be 11 consecutive World Cups being made. Watching football, yep, I'm Korean and I support my home country, South Korea, although I was born in California. But my family, of course, are from Korea. Both my mother and father moved from Busan. My grandmother was born in Seowon. And believe it or not, my late grandfather was born in Pyongyang, North Korea. And what do we see, Jared? Atlanta, they had a 10-4 lead. Yeah, and they blew it badly. Oh, of course. Eugenio Suarez with that rally. He did it again, didn't he? I must do this, don't I?
All right, guys. Good vibes only. Don't forget it. Stop it. Thank you.
Good vibes only. Yeah, as much as I'm more of a Mariners guy on this channel and maybe the Sonics in the future and Seahawks, there's also Korean football for me, for myself, too. And now it's going all the way to the right wing. But it looks like Korea is just playing a little bit more relaxed football. They're not really attacking as much. It looks like Iraq has gotten a little bit more possessions since Korea scored. But they still got to, Korea still got, I would say, get one more goal just to really show that no one's going to mess with you. And that's going to go back to the goalkeeper. And I think at this point, with the pace of this game, of this match, because I have to call it match, English football reasons, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Lee Gang-in actually provided the assist. Yeah, Lee Gang-in's actually the best player on this team. I can't believe Korea waited that long to give him a shot. But Korea will always be known for always playing the seniority rule. It's part of that Korean culture that if you're not an old man, basically, they say that the older means wiser, which is true. But when it comes to abilities and play, then it doesn't really matter. Soccer is a much more of a sport. We need more fresh legs to play. I mean, yeah, there's the anomalies like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. Sure, they got the players like that, but you can't really. But if you're Korean, you don't really have that talent level. You have to go for the youngest players possible, which they refuse to do. And Son Heung-min going into the next World Cup, he's going to be nearly 34 years old. So you can't really depend on him either. And the crazy thing that Son Heung-min's been the cornerstone of this nation. And now we've got a really good opportunity for Korea. And now it's going to be the cross, and he completely loses it. That I think that went out of bounds, so that should be a corner kick, but doesn't matter, I guess, because Korea still has possession. And Korea doesn't really convert on corner kicks anyway. And now it's going all the way to the right. And we're going to... No, they just keep failing. And they're still moving. And Korea has a really good shot. They have nobody in front of them. And now here's the cross and the kick. And that's going to be a goal for Korea. They have scored to make it 2-0. And that may just be the dagger for Iraq, as South Korea has for sure punched their ticket to the World Cup. The goal scorer was Oh Hyun-gu of Belgium, one of the new strikers of the future, I guess. They just scored, and now Korea leads it 2-0, and that may have just punched the official ticket for the World Cup. They are for sure going to the World Cup, as they made it 2-0, but there could be a little offsides issue. I wonder if they're going to VAR this one. I mean, he was onside, and he got the goal. That was an easy one. And that was a great assist by number 23. That was Jun Jinwoo. Or Junjin, I don't know. And they finally did it. And they got the 2 goals in. A nice little tap in. And now you would think that Korea has more than guaranteed to punch their ticket to the World Cup. And at this point, if they just draw the next match, then they can just relax for the next match and really just load manage. And now they're checking the goal to make sure it is legitimate, because there could be some offsides issue on that, as the fans are waiting. And Iraq, they're in a pretty... I mean, they're not in the most dangerous position. Like, they can still make it to the World Cup by going through this next round. So they could still be the last 2 teams to make it. And the decision is a goal. After further review, it is confirmed, and Korea has won. They have gotten their second goal, and I think at this point, you can just park the bus. And this is without Son Heung-min, so that means that they didn't need Son Heung-min to win this match. And at least they did not have to make the World Cup on the skin of their teeth, because I remember in the qualifiers for the 2014 World Cup, Korea literally made the World Cup directly on tiebreakers. It was really embarrassing. Now we got 7 minutes left in this match. And now it's going to kick it all the way back. Korea has had 7 shots on target, and luckily 2 of them went in. Korea has more than a good shot. I think they pretty much just secured their ticket for the World Cup. And we can finally say that, we can finally relax and say Korea's going to the World Cup. And now Korea may has another chance. And now here's another kick. And now here's another cross. And that is going to be a corner, as Iraq just kicks the ball out. Still 2-0. 2-0 South Korea. I've also had a lot of viewers just checking this show out, so I really do appreciate that. And also thank you to William for getting my goal for the first time to make it $60. That is clearly the new record. And I may just put your name on there as the record. And I think I am going to. Mr. William Cook. Going to make that adjustment on the banner. And now your name will be immortalized until someone breaks that record of $50. But yeah, I think at this point, Korea's just going to park the bus. They don't really have to score. The only reason they may have to score, though, The only reason they may have to score is just for tie-breaking situations in case they lose to Kuwait, which is a pretty low chance. And now they're tied on tiebreakers, by the way. So maybe you want to score one more just to give you an edge on the tiebreakers. So I would probably just go for one more. And now there is a really good chance, and Korea has it. And now here's going for it. Now here's the cross, and that is saved by the goalkeeper. Is now at 85 minutes. South Korea leading 2-0. Oh, and there's a foul. And that's going to be a card right there. That's number 19. Wonder who number 19 is on Korea. I got to figure that out. That is Oh Hyung-gu, who actually scored the goal. So not exactly a good look. And now Iraq, looks like they are going to, I mean, it's pretty much over at this point. There's not really much to say. And now they just lost the ball. Now Korea has now possession, but they are in their own territory. And now here's the big kick. And I know it's been pretty much zoned out. And the goalkeeper actually came out and headed it out. And now we've got to throw in. I wonder what's going on. I mean, at this point, if Korea even just plays for a tie. Oh, now here is another opportunity. Here's the cross. And he misses it again. He missed the ball. Unbelievable. Like I really just want one more goal just to give you a cushion, just to give a cushion. But the fortunate thing is Jordan plays Iraq in their final. And now it's going to be the kick. Oh, no. And Iraq now has the ball. Now they're just trying to race it for pride's sake. But Korea's got to get back on their defense, and they kind of do. And they do. As Iraq is pretty much just out of gas. Now here's a big kick, and Jo Hyun-will with the save. And that's going to be a corner kick, though. And I wonder how much stoppage time there is going to be. And now we're looking for here's the big cross, and now here's the header. Nope, and that is deflected by Korea. Now just get the ball out of there. Just get out of there. There you go. And now we've got only a few minutes left. It's going to be 3 minutes left. The stoppage time is now literally at 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So this game is pretty much just going to end with South Korea going to the World Cup. And what an achievement. It's going to be their 11th consecutive appearance. And the last time Korea didn't make it was 1982. And also notably in 1978 when Chabamgun had a chance to get to the World Cup for the 78 World Cup, but then they lost to Australia in a very pivotal match to make it to the World Cup. And for some reason, he had a 6-year something hiatus, nearly a decade of hiatus. And then he didn't play with Korea until the 1986 World Cup when he was 33 years old. And now it's going to be... So he pretty much left Korea on the prime of his career, which is insane. I'm going to look that up. Did Chabamgun leave the Korea national team? And now we got less than 2 minutes left on this match. And now there's another shot. This could be for 3-0 now. Oh, he just completely misfired. And now we're getting close to 1 minute left in this match. I have 214 views. And for everyone that participated, I just want to say thank you very much for being here. Thank you, William, for your record of $50. That's all I can say. And very proud of that to happen. And now we are looking at basically 1 minute left on this match. Passing accuracy, 87% for Korea, which I find very surprising as they did play a little bit sloppy until the 2-0 when Iraq just pretty much ran out of gas. And now we're at 1 minute left until this is all over. Less than 45 seconds left in this match. And Korea is now on the verge of officially punching their ticket to the 2026 World Cup. 35 seconds left. Now it's going to the left, and Korea is just pretty much just playing chill mode. We're going all the way to the back. Now we're at less than 30 seconds. Down to 20 seconds. And I think at this point, the ref is probably just going to blow the whistle, as this was a pretty smooth second half. And now we're going all the way back. Now they're literally just, at this point, you can just pass the ball back. And now 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I think that is it. That's it. South Korea is officially going to the 2026 World Cup for the 11th consecutive time they will be making it to the World Cup off of a 2-0 victory against Iraq. And they will have one more match against Jordan. I'm sorry, they're going to have one more match against Kuwait. And congratulations to South Korea as they are making it to the World Cup. The flag. And here, I'm flashing. Here's the flag right over here. And all I can say is this. 대한민국! 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 And that is going to be the end of it. I'm actually going to take off as I got to get going because hashtag don't quit your day job. But I do want to say thank you very much for participating in this show. Thank you, Mr. William, for the $50 contributions. And all of you, if you are a baseball guy, I will see you tomorrow for the Mariners and the Angels. And again, fighting!